Look, I think it'll be completely different. Like this will be like no league that I've played in. For one, I don't really know any of the guys in my team personally. I know them all sort of from playing against them. Um, so I think there'll be, a lot of challenges, a lot of different cultures and, different languages. But it's also pretty exciting to see how many amazing players are in each team and, what sort of hockey we can come together and play. Look, I don't actually know because I haven't really done it before. I think it will be difficult, but I think whatever team can do it the best and the quickest will probably be the most successful team in the league. All the teams have the same amount of budget, and everyone should be on a similar playing level. So that could be a pretty big advantage for whatever team can gel and create the greatest culture. Yeah, it's hard. But like I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot as a person and also as a hockey player. These are experiences that I'm so grateful that I've had and I've learned a lot from. And I think this one to India is going to be very different to them all. So, this is going to be a challenge, but if it goes well, it will be very rewarding. Yeah, like hockey's not so big in New Zealand. When you're a kid, you want to play for the All Blacks and you want to be a rugby player. And nowadays, the cricket team's doing very well, so everyone wants to be a rugby player or a cricket player. So for me, all my friends, they didn't really play hockey, and there were pressures to play hockey throughout school. Um, but I saw a pathway into playing hockey, and I didn't expect to be able to do this professionally, but now I can do it as a full-time job, and I'm really glad that I did go down this track. And I also like being able to encourage the youth to do this, and know that there's a pathway for them if they would like to play hockey for a career. Um, yeah, that's a good question. I mean, firstly, financially, it's awesome. It takes a lot of pressure off because a lot of hockey players aren't on great budgets. So that will allow us to dedicate more time to being the best athletes we can be. But also, just experiencing another culture. Typically, when I go to India, it's for 3 weeks. This time it's for 6. So, we'll really be submerged in it. And I hope we get out and meet the fans and get to experience like a little bit more of that culture. And that's something that I'll take away with me for a long time. Yeah, like New Zealand's been very strong at hockey in the past. I think Rio we got fourth. London we might have done pretty well as well. So it's cool to see some of the New Zealand girls getting the acknowledgement they deserve. For me, like I would love to get down and watch some of the games and support my fellow Kiwis. Um, but I think it's a great step forward for hockey worldwide to not only have the men's comp, but also, for the women as well. I think young women would all love to be coming to India and playing here for 6 weeks. Yeah, look, everyone I've spoken to absolutely loved their time. Um, I think Nick Wilson might have won with the Runchi Rhinos, and I think Simon's done pretty well as well with the Delhi Wave Riders. So, they just said go there, go with an open mind, try and experience everything. I guess you want to open up and try and take from it as much as you can. And I think in doing that, you'll probably give back a lot to the franchise and the team and the competition as well. Yeah, so I think on the short-term horizon, the World Cup in Holland and Belgium will be an amazing tournament. So for me, that'll be the next thing that I'm focused on after the HIL. I'm also halfway through the season in Germany. We've got a great team there, and we're currently top of the league. So it would be awesome to go back to Germany and maybe win the league there. And if we could do that in India, it would be a pretty amazing year. Yeah. So we have just started this new domestic competition in New Zealand, and this is the first year. We haven't had one for a while, so it's a step in the right direction. We hope that we'll be able to get some international players come to New Zealand, um, and that'll give a stepping stone into international hockey. Look, I think hockey's hard in New Zealand. We don't have a lot of funding, but if our players can go to Europe and we can go to India, we can be professional. I think that'll open up a few doors, and I think that'll have the New Zealand team looking a bit stronger in the future. But like for us, it would be great to get, a medal at a World Cup or an Olympics, and to follow that with a little bit more funding. Because I think, we probably don't have the support of the top teams at this stage, but that's also because we don't get the same results. So it is hard to get up there, but we have an ambitious country and federation. Look, it's really difficult. Currently, there's only a handful of New Zealand players that are full-time professional, but even those guys study on the side. So, a lot of us, we play hockey because we love the sport, firstly. We aren't playing it because we're getting a lot of money. But I think that also is cool. We have a team that absolutely loves hockey. We love putting on the New Zealand shirt. So, we're all passionate. We're all motivated to do our country proud. So, I think that's one thing that sets the lower ranked nations like New Zealand apart from the top.